You assaulted a 10-year-old child?
No, Your Honor.
It says it's on video. Have y'all seen that? Have you looked at it?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
How much trouble would it be to pull that video and let me look at it real quickly, please? Oh, you got it. Oh, okay. What's that going to show? One case, one set of cases. 3 cases are called, and you were John McMillan?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are we going to be doing today?
Wait,
Pleading
All
to
3?
no,
two.
the dismissing
Which one?
the drug case.
All right, so those 3 cases are called. One will be dismissed. So let's deal with the entry of pleas in the 2 cases of defendant is charged with the first-degree felony of aggravated robbery and the state jail felony of theft. In summary, sir, each of these cases are felony offenses that on or about September 19th, 2022 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the first-degree felony of aggravated robbery with the use of a deadly weapon, namely a golf club.
Broken golf club.
And Judge, that's a
We're pleading to a lesser included robbery.
yeah.
But
And although the papers say robbery, he was indicted on the aggravated robbery, and we're pleading to the lesser.
Okay. Robbery is a lesser included offense under the aggravated robbery statute.
But I didn't check the
I'll fix it. You are alleged to have on or about September 18th, 2022 in Jefferson County, Texas, committed the state jail felony of theft. You understand what you're charged with in each of these cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
First of all, an agreement has been reached where you would be, I've got to write this down. You'd be pleading to the lesser included offense of robbery, which is a second-degree felony, which means you face a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
An agreement's been reached there where you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 2 years
yes, sir.
in prison to run concurrently with, God bless you, with the other case you're going to be pleading guilty to. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
There must not have been much about this, right? This must not have been a big deal.
It wasn't. No,
They carved 3 felony offenses out of it, nonetheless. But how long have you been in jail?
Nearly 26 months, Your Honor.
Since this event?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're 2 months overdue from getting out under this agreement. Yes, you'll be out. You'll be processed out as quickly as paperwork and do whatever it needs to do, unless there's something else involved.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to this? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You're going to hold that one in abeyance and go to the next case, 41062. This is a state jail felony, which means if convicted, you face confinement in a state jail for any term of not less than 180 days or more than 2 years. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
An agreement's been reached where you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 18 months in the state jail. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
To run concurrently with other cases, the other case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm looking at this, and you assaulted a 10-year-old child?
No, Your Honor.
It's the probable cause affidavit says pushed the child in the chest, knocking him down into the vehicle and causing the debit card to fall from his hands. And then you took that debit card and fled the scene. You assaulted a 10-year-old child?
No, Your Honor.
It says it's on video. Have y'all seen that? Have you looked at it?
Yeah, but it's been a while. Well, been a while since I've seen
it's
it.
not my case. I haven't looked at some.
You're going to assault a child?
Actually, it was the main one that we were getting ready for when we were separate trial. The
Huh?
aggravated. I didn't look at this as much as the first act, the robbery. That case was what was going to trial when we were separate trial.
I don't like it. I don't. How much trouble would it be to pull that video and let me look at it real quickly, please? Oh, you got it. Oh, okay. Let's see what it's. It says surveillance shows, and it'll show one way or the other. What do you have to say before what's that going to show?
I walked up to the bar.
What's it going to show?
I didn't touch it. I didn't push anybody, sir. Your Honor. I didn't.
So the probable cause affidavit is a false statement under oath. I'm going to look into that too, if that's true. Somebody's not telling me the truth, and you're under oath when
Yes, sir.
they put you under oath. Let's see what the surveillance shows. How did you get the debit card?
The kid handed it to me. Somebody
Just gave it to you
Yes, sir.
for no reason?
I didn't even know it was a real card.
No. A stranger? He just gives a debit card to you, a stranger?
It was like a play. Yes, Your Honor.
God, that doesn't make any sense. Good luck. Let's see what this says. Shows.
I'm not sure about me.
One thing you don't do is mislead the court. Okay. All right. Can you turn the lights down? please?
I'll tell you what happened right here.
No, you've had your,
I want,
you know, be quiet. I'm gonna watch this.
Yes, sir.
You said what you had to say. Let's see. Okay, that's you, I guess,
I walked
the
into the
bare
car, speaking to the
chested
lady.
person.
Yes, sir.
Guess it's 2 videos there, man.
No, he was in the car.
I said,
Yes,
be
sir.
quiet.
Yes, sir.
You don't have a chance. Let's watch this quietly. Then everybody has a chance to be heard. But don't tell me what's on the video.
Oh, yes, sir.
It speaks for itself.
You take this mic because it's compressed. You can go.
Well, that's it, huh?
Yes, sir. I can see at the back of the car.
You can't see it.
Some interaction.
That way. Yeah. No. Yeah, the kid was still in the car.
Okay, lights, please. Thank you. You can't see. There's another angle to that. You can't
That's the
really see.
video that I see, Jeff.
For whatever reason, the woman seemed to be in much distress from what I can see. She wasn't getting in a car in a frantic looking state. The only issue, though, is you've pleaded guilty to robbery.
That's not that same person. This is a different one. There's two different instances. The robbery is a gentleman that he
I
tried.
thought all of this was out of the same episode that we just saw.
No. There's two different episodes.
Okay, well then,
And that's why Judge, I said that we're prepared for the robbery for trial.
He is still making excuses of why he hasn't watched the video.
The robbery involves the golf club, broken golf club.
and they're in the video of that. How do you plead in this case on the state jail felony, which the agreement is that you would be pleading guilty, convicted, sentenced to 18 months in the state jail to run concurrently with the other case? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
What I'm going to, if nothing further, I'm going to follow these agreements and find you are pleading guilty to the lesser included second degree felony of robbery, the state jail felony of theft from person. You are, according to these agreements I'm following, hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 2 years in the robbery case and confinement is ordered as you were found guilty in the state jail felony and you were sentenced to 18 months in the state jail in that case. Those two cases, those sentences shall run concurrently. All right, that is all.
Thank you. Yes. Your Honor, Judge. Some boys, I would never rob anybody. I wouldn't do that in this situation.
Oh, wait, you just admitted guilt to robbery.
Okay.
You want to keep talking?
No, Your Honor. I didn't know that was that's the deal going on. Yes, Your Honor. He's talking about in the future. Yeah, we do that.
Nice. Good work trying to say that. But it's pretty clear what he said. The thing about it is, how many convictions do you have in your life? Are these the first two ever?
My first felony conviction.
How many convictions do you have in your life?
Marijuana felony. This stage of felony.
Wait. So this isn't your first felony conviction?
Marijuana stage.
That is a felony.
Yes,
you know it, everybody.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the first thing out of your mouth is a lie to me. Do you what is it? Deceit is just your middle name?
No.
But I ask you a question and then, yeah, this is my first felony. And then within 10 seconds, you say, but I have a marijuana state jail felony conviction. What is it about you that you can't be honest?
Your Honor, I didn't know that the state jail felony was the same thing as a third degree felony. That's what I was referring to as far as
Wait. What did you call this? It's a state jail what?
felony.
And you don't know it's a felony? You even say the word felony?
What's funny is that this lowlife opened the door to this beating by Judge Stevens, by wanting Judge Stevens to not look down upon him, by thinking he is someone that is a lowlife. I'm amazed that these criminals can figure out how to open a door.
Look, you've been in jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
For how long? About 2 years?
Yes, Your Honor.
Every day they talk about it. You got 1,000 guys in there talking about it. Everything. There's not any confusion about whether a state jail felony is a felony or not. Every day you talk about it and live with it and talk with the guys. Don't act ignorant to the court. That insults my intelligence and everybody else. You know, the problem is robbery and a state jail felony. There's some similarity. That's all about dishonesty. And I'm not surprised you're coming out and being dishonest to me. And my recommendation and suggestion and advice to you is start being honest for a change. You'll find that you live better with others and to yourself. But living a life of deceit and trying to mislead people in every sentence you make when we know better doesn't do you any good. They don't hurt you. Live honestly. Don't harm anybody. Give each person respect. Everything in being a good person is wrapped up within those 3 requirements.
Living up to those requirements with this clown is about the same chances as him spelling that word.
And you need work on those.
Yes,
all right. You must do better if you want to be a better person. That is all. Thank you. Thanks.
Hey, Todd.